Daylight is finally broken on the morning, or the Sunday morning, for the Rolex 24, a historic day. We are currently under the 5th full course caution of the day after the Gear Lamborghini brings out its second caution, and this one's fairly terminal. A huge engine fire. Driver is okay, but once again we're slowed down. Now, one of the historical things about today was throughout the night and into the early morning, the Rolex 24 set a record for the longest green flag stint in the race's history, 7 hours and 48 minutes. That's absolutely unbelievable, but the pace of the race has certainly been frantic. Not many cars are on the lead lap in any of the classes right now. DPI is what we really should be talking about first, because it looks like that's going to be one of the really tight races coming down to the wire. So, when I left you, it was really a battle between the number 10 Konica Minolta Cadillac and the number 77 Mazda Team Yost. That has changed in the last few minutes as the number 10 Cadillac got a stop and hold for 60 seconds with Ryan Briscoe running a red light on the pit lane on the 4th full course yellow of the day. Now, this race of full course yellow is going to help him out a lot. Assuming there's a pit sequence, he'll get a wave around and at least get back on the lead lap, but it's still going to be an uphill battle for the 10 car to get back up to the front. So who's leading now? Well, the more things change, the more they seem to stay the same here at Daytona, and it's the number 5. And I don't want to say it's the Action Express car, because it's not. It's the JDC Miller Motorsports team. Right now, Loic Duval is behind the wheel. Of course, Sebastian Bourdais and Yao Barbosa are the other two drivers on that car. The similar team has won the race before in 2018, but it would be the first time for JDC to win it, were they to be able to. And here's the thing, Duval set the fastest lap of the race when he was running in second, as Briscoe came in to serve his penalty. So it seems like the 5 has been saving an awful lot of their car, and now suddenly within the last 5 hours of the race, it looks like they're really going to show it. Mazda, I do want to give them a shout out because both of their cars are on the podium. 77 is in second, 55 is in third. Both of those cars are on the lead lap, and I believe this is the farthest Mazda has gotten without major mechanical trouble in a 24-hour race. So they need to be commended for that. They are still very much, of course, in the fight for the overall win. LMP2 continues to change. The Ben Keating PR1 Mathiasen, number 52, is now 3 laps behind the race. The leader is the number 81 Dragon Speed Orica. It looks like they've got a pretty decent-sized lead, but there has been some opportunities where they've swapped throughout the night. But at the moment, it's Dragon Speed controlling that class. GTLM, the Porsches, led by 912, followed by 911, are on a lap of their own. But within striking distance are the 24 BMW, which led through most of the night, and, believe it or not, the number 3 Corvette, which suffered a coming together with the 98 Aston Martin early on in the race. They have managed to stay in contention and could possibly have something to say by the time this race is over. Another shout out, talking about Corvettes, the number 4 car, which I was talking about being in the garage. In fact, they actually ended up removing the engine, drivetrain, pretty much the entire rear of the car was removed from the car. They put the whole thing back together. They're about 7 hours behind the rest of the race. They're the last car on the track that is running in the order, and I don't believe that's going to change in the rest of the race, but it's notable nonetheless. GTD. Now this is where things again change quite significantly from where I left you last night. The FAF Racing Porsche has fallen by the wayside. That car suffered mechanical difficulties early on in the morning, but almost before the sun rose. And now it's really become a V10 show. The number 88 Audi has taken the lead. Number 48 Lamborghini is in second, and number 44 Lamborghini is in third. So, and I believe all of those cars are on the lead lap. Several cars in contention, of course, in GTD. It's just going to kind of depend how it all shakes out coming to the finish. Now, when we're talking about the rest of the race, who knows how it's going to turn out. We've seen close finishes in the Rolex. You talk about GTLM. We've seen cars coming together like we've seen in prototype during the first year of DPI. I have to tell you, I almost became not worthy of Team No Sleep last night. I almost fell asleep. Thankfully, this beautiful sunrise managed to save me from that. And with that, I believe we will end the third of 4 reports from the Rolex 24. The next one will be in winner's circle with whoever ends up winning this race. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you for my cameraman, Kyle, and we will see you in the next video.